Netflix's latest hit is actually a tabletop RPG show.
I'm being serious right now.
Before we take it to the edge, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can get the latest fantasy and tabletop updates to your neural implants. Last week, Netflix launched Cyberpunk Edgerunners, a violent, dark, and visually compelling cartoon miniseries that serves as a prequel of sorts to Cyberpunk 2077.
It's called anime, and it's an art form.
Edgerunners brought a lot of attention back to Cyberpunk 2077, with thousands of players either jumping back into the game or deciding to explore Night City for the very first time. For those familiar with the Cyberpunk franchise, it's set in a not-so-distant future where megacorporations have basically taken over the remnants of the United States. Thanks to an upswing in mass wartime conflicts, cybernetics have become commonplace, and violence is often inescapable. What many of those new Cyberpunk fans might not realize is that Cyberpunk 2077 and Cyberpunk Edgerunners are actually continuations of the Cyberpunk tabletop RPG, which was created by luminary Mike Pondsmith in the late 1980s. To date, Cyberpunk has gone through 4 editions, with each edition updating the world and themes of the game to match some of the more relevant societal issues. Almost every aspect of the cyberpunk world seen in 2077 and Edgerunners came from the original tabletop game. Night City, Johnny Silverhand, Atom Smasher, the Trauma Team, and even the Arasaka Corporation, which serves as one of the major antagonists in both the TV series and the video game. Heck, one of the central mysteries in Cyberpunk 2077 literally plays out in the opening pages of the Cyberpunk Red core rulebook.
Mystery solved.
R. Talsorian, the publisher of Cyberpunk, and CD Projekt Red collaborated on making sure that Cyberpunk Red, which is the most recent edition of the Cyberpunk tabletop game, and Cyberpunk 2077 smoothly played off of each other. In fact, R. Talsorian eventually plans to release a tabletop RPG expansion of sorts for 2077. Even cyberpsychosis, the dissociative disorder seen in Cyberpunk Edgerunners, which is caused by integrating too many cybernetic additions into one's body, that's a key mechanic in the Cyberpunk tabletop game. Every player in Cyberpunk has a humanity score that decreases based on what implants you use, and as a player's humanity decreases, they have to choose different symptoms from a psychosis chart, and that affects both their roleplay and some of their mechanics and abilities. Now, if a player's humanity score ever reaches 0, their character loses autonomy and officially becomes an NPC that's controlled by the game master. For those who want to dive into the world of Cyberpunk, publisher Al Talsorian Games released an easy-to-learn jumpstart kit for Cyberpunk Red, which was released back in 2019. You'll get some pre-generated characters, a rundown on the world lore, an adventure, and even a streamlined set of rules so you can hop into the world of Cyberpunk and make your own adventure in Night City. Have you ever played the Cyberpunk tabletop RPG? Let us know in the comments section, and be sure to hit that subscribe button.